me a thing, how I got her, how I did it, yeah. Spend the whole half, had a blast, can I kick it? Even with a sprain, pain, can I kick it?
Today, from State Farm Stadium in Glendale, Arizona, Zane Gonzalez. It's Week 13 of the NFL on EA Sports.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So here come the Browns for their first drive on offense. They'll be led out by their 6'4" quarterback, the former #1 overall pick in 2015, Jameis Winston.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. And just shutting him off there. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A big chunk of yardage there, 37 yards.
And the Browns.
They had a chance to limit his yardage, but he was able to fight off that tackle.
So it's not just the responsibility of the guys who missed the tackles along the way. It's all Lebanon defense, able to stop this guy, unable to do it on that play. They've got to find a way. How about his ability to break through and gain that yardage?
Winston.
And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. The numbers in last week's game for Hooper: 10 catches, 102 yards, and a touchdown.
And he's trying to prove the adage is not just how you start, it's how you finish. And he is finishing awfully strong, takes great care of his body. I expect him to go ahead and put a capper on this season.
That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. First and goal from just inside the 5. They'll run with Chubb. And he takes this one in for a Brown score.
Nick Chubb on the carry.
Nick Chubb, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Browns take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. And they do exactly what they wanted to. Opening drive, they get into the end zone. They do it on the ground.
And not only is the person lugging the ball happy, of course, because he got it into the end zone. How about the offensive linemen and receivers who are blocking for him? They have to feel great about themselves, sticking it in the end zone on a running play.
Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. So out come the Cardinals now for their opening drive. At a glance at the man under center at 6'5", he always demands attention.
Well, in prep for this one, it was fun talking with the defensive staff because they had to review last week's game tapes where he threw for over 400 yards. And they started ho-humming that performance. And finally, you said he threw for over 400. That's got to be significant. That's why he won the NFC Offensive Player of the Week.
They better be careful what they wish for ho-humming. He might do it again here in this one. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 21 carries, 113 yards. And out across midfield down to the 45.
And they love what they've got in him. He's the #4 rusher in the league right now, so you know that you have to account for him on defense, which means you can play complementary football as well. Throw the play action, get it out to the wide receivers, because they should have some open space because the defense will key on it.
11 more on that one and another first down. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
First and 10 at the
10 more there and another first down. First and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high power, you got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself a big... Give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
3rd and 6.
On 3rd down, Shelley. And able to find Kirk complete. But he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. That one good for 7 as this long drive continues and the chains move again. That's going to be caught by Kirk for a Cardinals touchdown. Christian Kirk, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Cardinals are just an extra point away from tying this game. And the QB rating right now sky high. 4 for 4 on that opening drive, and it ends with a touchdown pass.
Yeah, I don't know quite how to figure it out. I think I need my friends from MIT to come in and help me. I think 158.3 is the number one.
Yep, that's the
right. That's the highest you can get. That's where he is. He'd like to continue on that pace.
And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Browns drive about to get started. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. A run for Nick Chubb. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5-on-3. And when they do their job well, the guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they will just roam and hit.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, Winston. And that's going to be caught by Peoples-Jones. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
2nd and 7.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
To Austin Hooper. A 5-yard pickup on the play. And it's third down.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. They have the first down with that gain of 4 yards.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was third and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. Still churning. And he spins past him and into space. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Boy, some big runs here, Charles, already in this first quarter.
Yeah, if the lanes are there, go ahead and exploit them. But what I like the most, how decisive he is, putting his foot in the ground and going.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Winston. And he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. 7-7, our score after 1.
That's the end of the first quarter, with the score tied 7-7. Joey Sly on for the field goal. A 44-yard attempt.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And it's complete. They're going to get the first. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. And the Cardinal defense is going to get the football back. A carry by Taylor to start the drive. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
Jonathan Taylor.
From the 28, it's 2nd and 5.
Phillips on the tackle. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Here's Taylor.
28-yard line.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
Jonathan Taylor.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. That led to a really nice game.
It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Here's the 4th round pick from Maryland, Anthony McFarland. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
20. That's going to be caught by Kirk. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Christian Kirk with touchdown number 15 on the year and 2nd of the game. And the Cardinals have taken the lead. And he's having a nice little first half for your partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense trots back out there. Let's turn our focus now to Nick Chubb. And I'm wondering if maybe they don't go away from him on this drive a little bit. He's been great, but they haven't scored a lot of points.
I think they still have to show him as a threat. Make sure he touches it a few times. But as you pointed out, use him as a decoy a little bit and get the ball in the hands of some other people in order to put more points on the board. But he's done a really nice job of establishing them with his running.
Yeah, he's established himself well. Now can they put more points up? A throw over the middle, taken in. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
Winston's pass.
That catch for his career is number 731, and that's the number that Calvin Johnson ended with when he stopped his career in 2016.
Yeah, what could have been for him. So maybe now what we'll see is someone else continue to elevate their game and put this number well in his rearview mirror. I think 800, not out of line here. That's a nice clip and save sequence there defensively because they did everything as they would have wanted to. They forced the third down, blanketed the field with coverage, nowhere to go with the football, forced the dump off to the back, and even then they closed quickly and got him down behind the line of scrimmage. You name it, they did it well in that last sequence.
Christian Kirk and company heading back onto the field. We're in the second quarter. He already has 2 touchdowns. We know how good he is. That's well documented. How do you contain him?
We know he's a nightmare. So in this situation, I would go ahead and double him, maybe even have a third person in the area, and try and dissuade them from throwing him the football. Make someone else beat me for a while because I don't know that their talents are his. Because when he gets his hands on the ball, he breaks down my entire D. Someone else, they may not make the same type of a play.
Well, we know his talents are very good.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time, they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover it before he gets going?
He's brought down at
A gain of 3, second down.
It's a pickup of 3.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. But let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3-3.
DeAndre Hopkins, he's all alone. Touchdown, Cardinals. DeAndre Hopkins, his 21st touchdown of the season. And the Cardinals push further out in front.
If you didn't know it, it won't surprise you to find out that this team leads the league in scoring. They've been a quick strike team all season long. There's another example. They did it again. This offensive coordinator, right now he can write his ticket towards being a head coach. He's advanced in the ways of offense.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
On 2nd and 7, Winston. And Winston lost the football. And the Cardinals have got it, going the other way. And they bring this one back. A scoop and score, a fumble recovery touchdown for Arizona. Huge play by the defense, not only to force the fumble, obviously, but to return it for a touchdown.
And I know it's no fun for anyone who plays offense, but isn't it fun to see how a defense rallies when there's a fumble return and everyone tries to find someone to block and bring it all the way home?
I always like their celebrations because they don't get there that often.
No, they're not choreographed very well usually.
And they don't get it. They tried for the 2-point conversion there, but unsuccessful. They had the big play on the fumble return. They were looking for the 1-2 punch, but they couldn't get that 2-point conversion.
And I have to wonder, were they scheduled to go ahead and kick the extra point, but after a play like that, you talk about the 1-2 punch, right? It's a momentum play. Go for 2 and really try to capitalize, and that's what they attempted.
Now Nick Chubb and the Browns get set for their next possession. And the ground game's been good, but they're losing here in the second quarter. Can they use that ground game maybe to work the air attack a little bit more?
I think so, because now you can throw.
A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory.
Taylor, the ball carrier.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth, and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
18 on that one, and the Cardinals have a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Throwing on 1st down. Shelley. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. Accelerating, and off he goes. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown.
Joey Slye.
I think you're going into halftime with a good-sized lead. Not so fast. That pick 6 really changes the complexion. Probably also changes the halftime speech.
No doubt about it. Instead of going in relaxed, you're probably a little more uptight right now. Probably a little bit angry. Let's see if they can get their focus back.
Extra point right down the middle. And they're able to cut this deficit down to 12. Now returning it, Antonio Callaway. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You've got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
Open man is Kirk, complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. On 1st and 10, Shelley. He'll drop this down to Taylor. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd, as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Shelley. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Christian Kirk on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Cardinals now adding on to their lead. And that one makes this a 19-point game. A drive there of just 4 plays. And the Cardinals cap it with a touchdown.
Gonzalez to kick off for Arizona.
Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
At the 29-yard line.
Final play of the half here, Winston. He's going to drop this one down for Chubb. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. So we reach halftime. We now proceed to the start of the second half.
33. Browns.
The Cards with the lead, and they will get this football first as the second half gets started. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Christian Kirk and company heading back onto the field. And the previous drive put him up over 1,000 yards for the season. So now it's what you like to refer to, my friend, as gravy time, right?
It is. I mean, he's done it, right? He's accomplished the goal. So the good players, they relax a little. They bask in it. They think this is, okay, we've done what we set out to do. The great players decide to push that number as high as they possibly can. I don't expect him to have any let-up in his game the rest of the way.
Great thing if you're on the opposite side. He's such a weapon. He just opens things up for the other guys around him.
Yeah, if you're the opposite receiver, you should expect a few passes come your way, too, because I've got to get coverage in his direction.
3rd and 2.
They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 12 yards to pick up. Good enough for an Arizona first.
So far this season, this is an offense that's proved its ability to move the football. I mean, they're in the top 5 in the NFL and picking up first downs, and they get the conversion here. And I think a lot of that is due to how they win on first and second down, because that leaves them 3rd and short, 3rd and manageable. A lot easier to pick them up then, isn't it?
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. From the gun, it's Taylor. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
He was tackled at the 46-yard line.
And for the Browns, a nickel set here on 3rd down.
3rd and 2.
Now Taylor. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line.
That's good.
Someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot has been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. On first down, Shelley. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Myles Garrett has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. From the gun, Shelley. And incomplete. He tried to leave it underneath. Nearly got picked. They may be lucky to have that one back. 3rd down. 9th play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile. Operating from the gun. Shelley. Now that's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Cardinals. Christian Kirk, 52 yards. And the Cardinals will extend their lead. And let's count them up now. 1, 2, 3, 4 touchdown receptions for him in this game.
And just one shy of the NFL record. What a great performance. Going up and catching the football, creating space, and finding the end zone. That's what it's all about.
Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Browns drive about to get started. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. 22 yards there, a first down.
First down, Browns.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And down right around the 37. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Jameis to throw it. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
A gain of 13 yards. First down, Cleveland.
On the carry, it's Chubb. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Winston under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38.
Enough to start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
No, now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Oh, he's going to go for it all. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy.
Well, Brandon, there's no question who they're going to look to on 3rd and long, but you can bet this defense knows that as well, so they've got him blanketed downfield. And this ball winds up being intercepted.
1st and 10, Taylor now. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Number 28.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
They go to the ground again with Taylor. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. Past the 20. Touchdown, Cardinals. Jonathan Taylor, 79 yards. As his guys continue to pour it on. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble to bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. The Browns drive about to get started. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end.
Winston's pass.
That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
5 yards on the play. And it's 3rd down.
On 3rd down, it's Nick Chubb. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Here's Jamie Gillen now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. 4th down, Winston. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. From the gun, Winston. Felt compelled to go for it there on fourth down, trailing in the fourth quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a fourth down call. Doesn't matter the distance. Stop to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
It's a gain of 25 yards.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line. Now Winston. Open man is Higgins. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. And finding the tight end Hooper. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Winston. This will be caught just inside the 10. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. The Browns passing game finding its stride. They've got another first down. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and goal. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Devondre Campbell flies in to blow that play up. Big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. They run. Chubb. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down. The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal. Now Winston on 4th down. And Jameis intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off down at the 2. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. CD, this defense, man, at this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot at picking off a pass.
Give them 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. Taylor. He'll have a first down past the 40 and brought down across the 50 to the 49-yard line. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. On 2nd down, it's Taylor. And he's going to take this down close to a first down at the Browns' 37. 7 yards there and a first down.
That's good.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw him through 3 quarters. No reason to lighten up now. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Shelley. This one caught by Isabella. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. It's a gain of 34.
First and goal at the...
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. They've got it first and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
Touchdown.
A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
Heading out is the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest,
I'm going to forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion.
And 10 yards to go.
Off the play fake, Winston. And he comes back with one complete. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
Now that's going to be a tough one to explain when they get together and watch the game film, isn't it? I mean, they had the right call, had the out route. He's got to know where the first down sticks are, yet he steps out of bounds that close. Not their best play.
And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked out at about the 3-yard line. They decide against going for it on 4th and 1, maybe to the dismay of their offense, but hey, a nice consolation prize down inside the 5.
Nice consolation prize indeed. So maybe the offense is upset, but they show confidence in their defense by playing it away.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
First and 10 at the 17-yard line.
On first down, Taylor. And he'll take this for a short gain on what will prove to be the final.